Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Want to thank you for stopping by the Jury by BDK YouTube channel. I know you didn't come here for a sermon. So here's the video. And guess what? We'll talk. Well, hey family, happy Monday. This is Darlene stopping by real quick. Um, Somebody wants a bracelet, a custom bracelet, and she wants the teal color with the orange. So I'm going to do the double-sided that I do. Do I got a bead up here? But I put the two colors on the bead, and I kind of leave some of the color of the bead like in the middle. So I'm going to show you how I paint those beads. And I got my wire. So after I paint one side, I'm going to put the bead on the wire, and then I'll just keep going. So I got my bow, Old Faithful, and I'm just going to put some paint in the bowl. I'll put some orange. And I won't mix water with these because I need it to just be exactly how the paint is. So I got paint in the bowl, the two colors. And you can find anything that you want to use to put the bead on. So this is pretty secure. And then once I paint the one side of it, all I do is take this, go ahead and put it on, and do that, and then let it dry, and then I move on to the next one. So this is what we're going to do. Got a little paintbrush, and I'm going to start with the teal, and hopefully these work out. I usually get those paint brushes that are they're like the real cheap ones from the dollar store, and this part right here is black and it's real hard, and it works out better because it's almost like stiff, and it will allow me to just go ahead and kind of do this. And this is exactly what I want to do. You see how it's starting to like poke? So all I'm going to do is do this. And I want the edges to end up like this. So this is what I needed to do. Almost like you just making something that looks like a flower. I just needed to poke. So you see how it's going around like that? And then all I'm going to do, hopefully this dries fast enough. All I'm going to do is come back on the other side. So let's make sure we got this all painted. Take my brush in the inside right there. You want to make sure this is all painted on the top. Everything is colored like it should be. And then you can see how that looks all the way around. And then all I'm going to do is take it, meaning the bead, go ahead and put it on my wire so it'll dry. Oh, and then I neglected to bring a cup of water. Hold on a second. Okay, so I have water, and I usually use a little water bottle. I cut it, and then I just need to get the paint off of there. And then I'm going to dip in the yellow, the orange, just to show you how I do the colors. So hopefully that'll dry where I can show you. So we just going to do this, and I'm using the side of the brush. The side of the brush will allow me to get those spike-like parts. I do like those cheap brushes though. Those cheap brushes be giving me exactly what I need. I don't have to figure it out or nothing. It just come out exactly like I want it. So this is what it looks like all the way around. Make sure we paint the top. Try to get some paint in the inside. This hole at the top is very small. You see that? So that's what we want. Go ahead and push that one down, and then we'll put this one on. And they should dry fairly quickly. Hopefully they will. You can see what they look like so far. I'm just gonna go ahead and do another orange. And this is going to be a bracelet. So it'll be the two-tone color.
Under the silver glow, the night unfolds. Your eyes whisper secrets, the stars.
Okay, so we let these all dry. So now we're going to show you how to do the double. You probably get the gist of how it's supposed to happen already. So let's put some paint. And we're just going to start from this side. And we're just going to go inward. And it's almost like we just want to color inside. And I want to leave some of the inside color because I'm going to go ahead and put some sealant on here. And you can see how we just going to leave. We're going to color the inside. And you can see how you get that two-tone like this. So what happens is once all this dries, all the paint dries, I'm going to put some sealant on it. And when I put the sealant on it, it makes it look, let me put the light over here. It makes it look nice and, you know, just nice and shiny. So this is how I get the two-tone on here like this. And then all I'm going to do is take this one, put it on here, let it dry. Make sure we don't have paint anywhere. Go ahead and work with our next one. And we're just going to start from the top, go downward. And we're basically trying to make a pointed, And then that's what that looks like. And we just go ahead and paint the top. Get our paint in the inside like that. And then you can see we got that one done. And I'm going to making somebody a bracelet. So we put that one on, making sure we don't get paint everywhere. And you can look at that and see the double colors. And they look really pretty. And always keep wiping this so that you don't get paint anywhere. So these are all dry, and you can see how pretty they look just like that. So then we're going to get some more paint. You can actually make these look as many colors, you know, as you want them to be. You just, you know, have painted. Just stop where you want that color, and then you can add another color. So you can see how we're doing this, just downward. That's why I like those other just cheap ones that got the black brushes on the end, because they get hard. I mean, they're like really hard. And those are perfect for doing this with, because I want pointed. I don't want perfect, I want pointed. And these are working out pretty good, so that's not bad. Go ahead and put that one on. Oh, did I put it in the middle? I think I did. So we got those three. Go ahead and wipe our fingers and that off, because we don't want extra paint. Go ahead and put that one on. Grab some more paint. Go downward. And you can see how it's just pointed. And that's what we want. Go back over it. And if you happen to make the points meet up down there, that's still cool, as long as it's not all of it, because that's not the look we're going for. We're going to put some paint in the middle. Go ahead and paint all that good up there, and then that's what we want that to look like. Go ahead and put this one on. So we got 4 so far. Go ahead and wipe, make sure we don't have no paint nowhere. Get a little bit more orange paint. And then you just keep doing this for as many beads as you want to paint. And I'm turning it as I do it. And then that's what I want. And then I'll paint the top. Put some paint in the middle. And then that's what we got. Go ahead and put that on there. I'll move all these down. And then you got to be careful when you put the beads onto the wire or whatever it is that you're using. You don't want the wet paint to touch the dry paint. So you got to be careful with that. So I'm going to do it to where that sits like that. Go ahead and wipe off my pen. Fingers, grab another bead. Put some more paint. Go down. And that's what we're doing right here. And then I'm going to leave it just like that, and then just go ahead and paint the top. Got what we want. Okay, that one looks good. We'll put this one on now. And then we just going to let all these dry. And then we got one last one. Always wipe. Oops, dang it. Always wipe. I'm going to wipe this up. I do need to change this white board that I got right here. So the white board that I have laying right here is those big construction papers that I get at the Dollar Tree. And what I do is I have one of these really long, I think it's a 10-foot table, so that this 10-foot table fits against the wall, like right here. I have 3 of these tables in here. This is one of them. So I didn't want the black table part to show. So I just took 2 of the really big white boards and taped them down. One right here and then one on to the right of me. But this needs to be clean. So you can probably look at it and see how dirty it is. But I do need to switch it up. So with this one, I'm going to do the other side with the teal color. So I got my little water here, and I just use the bottom of a water bottle. You can use a cup or whatever you want to use, but I just happen to use this and, you know, pour the water out of it and reuse it, or just end up throwing it away. It really don't even matter. And then, let's see if this is still, yep, still wet. I could use it. So then, what we're going to do, now we're using this color. We're just going to go down. And just try to make it sharp, some sharp ends. And that's all we want to do. And then go ahead and paint the top, get some paint in the inside of it. And then this is what we want. Put that in there. And then that's that one. We'll go ahead and put this one on here. And with these two, it don't matter if they touch or not because they're the same color. I don't want them to touch, but if they happen to touch, it's cool because they're the same color. So I'm just going to put the beads in here. Put this down closer to the bowl, and that way the weight on it is pretty balanced. Clean my little paint up because I use this for beads. Make sure everything is wiped off. We don't have paint. Take this, go ahead and clean this off with the water, the paintbrush, and then I'll go and dump this water out. So the next time you see these beads, guess what? They will be glossed. They're going to have gloss on them. And I will be using them for I'm going to just move this right here. I will be using them for a bracelet. But this is, hopefully that's easy enough to understand. And you guys are going to paint you some beads that look like this. So you can make you some beautiful necklaces or beautiful bracelets or something like such. But anyway, Darlene Knight for Jewelry by BDK. If you got any questions or anything, or you want to see me paint these in different colors or something like that, just go ahead and let me know and I'll get that done for you. Guess what? We'll talk.